Hello everybody, Tyrone the Guy 3 here, and welcome to part 51 of the Emerald LP. In the last episode, we beat Liza and Tate, got our 7th badge, and fought against Team Magma. Now, we're continuing to fight against Team Magma along with Steven, because Steven just learned that they're going to Mount Chimney, that Team Magma is going to go to Mount Chimney and use the rocket fuel there in order to blow up Mount Chimney and cover the entire world in lava and magma and land, and yeah. And we don't want them to do that now, do we? So in order to dang, it's like a little forceful much. He's like, Tyrone, you're going to help me. It's like, Jesus. But yeah, this is our first introduction into a 2-on-2 battle where we have a partner instead of a 2-on-2 battle where we're alone. We have a partner now. So see, that's how the team layout is. As you can see, Steven mostly carries like steel type Pokemon. He's got some pretty badass Pokemon too. He's got a freaking Aggron, which is a Pokemon we're going to get later when our Lairon evolves, our Iron side. You all in the audience are probably wondering, Tyrone, what the fuck? Why did you pick Trizzard, Slasher, and freaking Volcamel as your Pokemon? You have a perfectly good Zigzagoon and Pelakil that can use Surf on Team Magma. Why? I can't really explain it. I just chose 3 Pokemon I thought would be okay to pick. Like, I wasn't really thinking about it. I just sort of picked 3 Pokemon. I didn't really base it off any major decisions. So I'm sorry if I upsetted you all. If anything, it's to prove that even my Pokemon with weaknesses can beat Team Magma, if you want to look that too deep into it. But if you want to look at the reality of the matter, I just picked 3 Pokemon. I wasn't basing it off of anything. I just picked 3 Pokemon. There's no like real story behind it. But yeah, this guy's got you're gonna mostly just see the Pokemon that he had anyway. I think the Pokemon that causes the most problem here is Crobat, and that's Maxie's Crobat. But other than that, we got Volcamels out here. You see, like, there's 2 freaking Volcamels out here. So I decided to say, you know what the hell? Let's add a 3rd Volcamel. I keep calling them Volcamels, my fault. There's 2 Camerups out here. I say, what the hell? Let's add a 3rd Camerup out here. And he uses Reflect, and I'm really glad Steven used that Reflect. Steven was really helpful in this battle defense-wise, because that Reflect is going to actually do some justice for me. And thankfully, they keep using... what move are they using? I think they're using Calm Mind or whatever. No, they're using Amnesia, excuse me. They're using Calm Mind. Lost. No, they're using Amnesia, which increases their special defense. Unfortunately, it didn't increase their physical defense. So it's a good thing that Steven actually used that Reflect on Metang, because Metang won't face a lot of damage. I mean, yeah, it was super effective, and that was my fault. But yeah, at least Metang won't die because of the Earthquake I just used. So it pretty much immediately wiped both of those Camerups out. And I freaking called the Camerups Volcamel, because that's what I've been doing a lot lately. If I see like Pelipper, I won't call it a Pelipper. I accidentally call it Pelakil on accident. I've gotten so used to my Pokemon's nicknames that I accidentally call them that. It's just one of the things I definitely got to say I really like my LP for doing. Like, I don't normally nickname my Pokemon. I'm not really accustomed to nicknaming. Like, I think the only time I really started nicknaming my Pokemon was in Generation 5. But then every generation before that, I have never nicknamed a Pokemon before. I just don't do it. I can't explain it. I've never really nicknamed a Pokemon before Generation 5. And now I'm nicknaming them. And now, like, in the Emerald LP, I've gotten so used to calling my Pokemon by their nicknames rather than their actual names that I accidentally call the Pokemon the wrong names. And it's happened to me. Like, I'll be watching a video on YouTube or something, and I'll be like, hey, that's a Zagzag. I meant a Liloon. So yeah, I will definitely say it's given my Pokemon characters. And, that's something we always got to be grateful for, right? Character. I love character. Anyway, Slasher helps by not doing the goddamn thing. Oh, never mind. There's still one Pokemon to go out, and it's a Golbat. This Golbat's gonna be no problem. I mean, we literally just took out a Crobat. So yeah, with that said, Slasher just goes ahead and uses Slash, his name. And I was going to try to just go ahead and build up for a Sword Dance and then Slash, but I figured there's no point. And I just go ahead and keep using Slash, hopefully to get a critical hit. But I don't get a critical hit. And unfortunately, Slasher gets confused by Confuse Ray, and I hate dealing with confusion. Speaking of confusion, I noticed that freaking Mighty Anna used Swagger on me twice, but that was his own. Wait, no, I'm referencing something else. My fault. I'm referencing. No, I think Mighty Anna did use Swagger on me. Sorry, I was commentating and I was watching the battle lightly and commentating. I mostly went on my ramble. But anyway, we beat the admin and we beat Maxie. He's like, we failed to steal the rocket fuel. We failed to control Groudon. Why do we keep failing? Yeah. It seems that Team Magma's plans kind of fail a lot. Like Team Aqua, they failed too, obviously, because I beat them. But, Team Magma's fails are more noticeable in this game. It's like they failed to steal the rocket fuel, like they just said, and they failed to control Groudon, which means that Archie, he succeeded. He stole the submarine. I mean, yeah, obviously he's going to fail later on. I'm not spoiling anything. I'm the main protagonist. I'm obviously going to foil his plans. What do you think is going to happen? But, yeah. Freaking Archie succeeded. He stole the thing he was trying to steal. He stole the submarine, the great submarine, in order to get down there. But yeah, it just seems like in terms of who's more competent right now, it seems like Team Magma is getting their butt kicked the most. But that's only because their defeats are so close to each other. But I'm gonna heal my Pokemon real fast. And now we're back. And Steven just told me to go to his house. I get confused for a little while, so excuse me. I don't know where Steven's house is. Even though I showed you all in the episode where in episode 40, I think it was 48. Yeah, in episode 48, I actually show you all where his house is. But then I have a freaking Alzheimer's moment and forget. But I remember that here. It's the house that was empty when we first went to Moss Deep. So yeah. He's basically going to give us dive now. So we got the HM dive. HM08. And because we have HM08 now, we can finally use dive in order to go into those dark areas of the water. Now in this episode, I'm supposed to go to, in this episode, I'm going to use dive, but I'm not going to go to the main area. I'm just going to use dive to show it off. Why? Because I've done quite a few things here already in this episode, and I feel like, what the hell? I might as well show off dive and show off the Pokemon I'm going to use to have dive. It's like, at this point, this episode is just merely to show dive off. It's not really meant for any particular purpose other than to show dive off, because we've already accomplished so much. We've stopped Team Magma's plans for now, and I want to go ahead and save the climax of this for the next part, for part 52. So yeah, there's Duck Dodgers right there. He's gonna be our dive slave for this part. So I go in, and at first I have a dumb moment, and I'm trying to remember, can Psyduck even learn dive? And he can, fortunately, because I thought he couldn't use surf. And I'm only referencing that because of the anime. I noticed that Misty Psyduck can't use surf, but then again, that's Misty Psyduck. And I was wondering, it's like, wow, can I even use surf? Yeah, can Duck Dodgers even use dive? And thankfully he can, so with that said, I'm able to dive underwater. And I gotta say, there's a bunch of items that you can find when you dive underwater. I mean, I'm talking, there's a plethora of items that you can grab underwater, and that's why they encourage you to find a lot of things underwater. Like the shards are definitely a popular item to find underwater. The pearls, yeah, I know the pearls are a big item underwater. Yeah, just really good things to get. And you can also dive in different patches of water. Like that small little patch of water over there can actually lead to a quite bigger area. Oh, and May's calling us. She's talking about Pacifolog City. Honestly, okay, here's the thing about Pacifolog that I want to get into really fast. Pacifolog City is this area that's off. It's off. It's like really close to where Dufour Town is. And, and here's us diving underwater. Anyway, Pacifolog City is off. It's like completely off to where we were. Well, I mean, it's like right by Dufour, but it's like it's not. A bunch of currents are blocking the way. Like you all probably saw it when in between episodes when the old man with the Wingle was transporting us with his boat way back then. So yeah, Pacifolog doesn't really have anything in it. It's more or less just a town. It lacks a mart. Yeah, Pacifolog doesn't even have it doesn't have a Pokemon mart. It's weird. Anyway, yeah, when you see small little round black circles like that, they'll usually have items. It's like a big sign that, hey, items are here. And I hate to say it, but not hate to say it, but there's Pokemon like Clamperl, Hungtail, and that other evolution of Gorbis. Yeah, those Pokemon are usually in areas like that. And yeah, we accidentally make it to Sootopolis City. This is how you get to Sootopolis City, by the way. We're not aiming to be here yet, so I'm going to leave. And I had a dumb moment. You don't have to use dive in order to get back up to the surface. If there's light above you, and you'll notice because the area around you is this color rather than a much darker color, then you can press B and it'll say a flickering lights on the surface. Do you wish to go up? So I have a dumb moment and accidentally forget about that. I rarely use dive. But yeah, and at least dive here in Gen 3 is better than dive in Gen 4, because dive exists in Gen 4, but it's not that good. Anyway, next episode we'll be completing our objectives and stopping Team Aqua. So we'll see you all then. Tyrone the God 3. How the hell am I breathing right now? I'm underwater. Huh. Weird.